Hello, machine learning enthusiasts. My name is Felipe Veloso, and today we're going to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that we make, while building a machine learning model. To start, it was very hard to think because we make many mistakes, we make many right things. However, I could think about 5 things that in most of the times can ruin our models, can ruin our career, and it could always ruin our lives depending how we use the models. For example, if we make a bad model and we put our money in, based on the decisions of that model, and our model is biased, we can get busted. And it happens so frequently that we cannot even imagine. So it can ruin our lives. For avoiding this kind of problems, let's start. So, number 5, copying the structure of another models to save time. So in many times, we want to analyze, for example, there are many examples. Let's suppose that we are trying to predict volatility to invest, to do some like investing positions. Then we just get some volatility models on GitHub and we apply our data and apply what we were trying to predict, and then we get the results and then we think that that's good. Or sometimes you can, for example, get a category where you want to categorize some things based on some data, some text or some variables, and then we basically just copy things from GitHub. That's not good. That's not good, because for every data, we have different characteristics, different needs. Things have different meanings. And if we just copy other models that are based on different data and have different objectives, our model will be weak, you know. It's gonna be the same as like getting a monkey and putting a monkey to code, you know. Those models don't have any value, you know. I just have to remember, like, if you make a bad model, it's better not having any model. And I'm gonna talk I will explain, I'll give more better examples about this in the future. So the number 2 or the number 4, I don't know if I start by the 5. I think I start by the 5. So 4, throwing variables and observations just to increase the metrics without analyzing what those variables mean. Why it's a problem? It's a problem because it makes if we don't understand what's going on, if we don't understand what we put in the model and what we're gonna get, what we're expecting to get from any of those things, our model is gonna be a giant black box and kind of like a stupid black box, and without any insight. Just to illustrate, in a machine learning model, we can only control what we input. And we can also control some things inside the box, like how many, if it's a neural network, how many layers, how many, we can control some of the process, but we don't understand it. It's a black box. The only thing we can really control is the inputs, And we can get into lawsuits because of only incorporating data without even thinking, because there are many articles about racial discrimination in some models and some really bad stuff. We can get into lawsuits, we can get into the media attention for incorporating data that we don't understand, that we should be incorporating. So that's very important, you know. Think, what is this variable saying? Is this variable biased? What do I expect from this variable? Does it make sense, this variable being used for predicting that thing? Think about this. Number 3, focusing too much on metrics, like the area under the curve, confusion matrix, accuracy. Those are important, yes, but you have to understand how they are calculated and what are our data about before just applying that. I will give you an example. For my job, I was doing a huge project and I had to divide things by category. We would save like thousands of dollars, I could say almost millions of dollars with this project. But our categories weren't balanced. You know, it means that some categories had more observations than others. So my model was over predicting the biggest categories and under predicting the others. But so because they were predicting with 99% accuracy the biggest categories, and the biggest categories represented a lot, I was getting like super high area under the curve, all of the metrics that we can do. But actually, if we really analyze among each category, what are my metrics, you'd see that my model was super bad because two of those four categories, it basically didn't predict. You know, it was better to toss a coin. So it was a fake metric. So be very aware of that. It could be a big problem. You would show to your friends, oh, look how smart I am, but actually you'd be a big dumb ass. You wouldn't be smart at all. And number two, those two last are the most important, to be honest, because it makes us deeper than only programmers. First of all, number two, don't understand the business needs of that model. Many times you just get, oh, I have this data and I have to predict that. Oh, this is my dependent and independent variables, and I have to predict. And I just need to get a good result, and that's fine. But if we don't understand the business need, we don't have anything. First of all, you won't be able to sell the model, either if you're doing the model for a client or for a team, like for selling to your boss, for like using the model, or if you don't understand the business need, you're just predicting things that you don't even know what it is about. You cannot improve the process. You know, you have oh, this is my model, but okay, how is my model going to affect, you know, what's my value? What's the value that I'm bringing to the table? I'm just writing some codes that nobody understands and I get some results. Oh, I mean, how is it gonna impact? You know, how much time is it gonna save? How much money is it gonna save? How? You know, does my results tell anything about our process? Can we improve the process? That are the answers we need to have. Those are the things you have to bring to the table if you really want to be big, if you really want to do huge things and really impact other people's lives with our work. Number one, the most important, people usually don't understand the limitations of the model. I can say that because I have masters in mathematical finance and economics. And in many cases we say, oh, look at my model, I'm predicting unemployment, I'm predicting... But actually those models are, in many cases, they're based on wrong assumptions. Or they could be broken by coronavirus, they could be broken by a financial crisis, it could be broken by a war, it could be broken by anything. And if we put all of our eggs in a model, and the model have limitations, the impact is gonna be huge. You know, Citibank, like 10 years ago, they lost billions because they had a bad model. Having a bad model is like having the map of Paris. If you are in Himalaya, you know, do you prefer not having like model map at all, or do you prefer to have the map of Paris at trying to climb Himalaya? You know, sometimes no model is better than a model, because if you don't have any model, you're gonna be more conservative. You're gonna put some money aside. You're gonna be more, you know, like you're gonna do the things with more caution. But if you put everything and you think, oh, this model is great, and you don't see all the limitations, oh boy, you're gonna bankrupt your company. You're gonna be fired. You're gonna ruin your career. You know, be aware. This is the most important thing. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Add me on Instagram. It's gonna Instagram / Felipe AL Veloso, and subscribe. Click here, I guess. And thank you very much.